Hello students, in our today's video we will learn about the gymnosperms and angiosperms. Means both are belongs from the phanerogamy group. What it means by phanerogamy? They are flower bearing plants and they produces seeds. Okay, means the reproduction occurs by a special reproductive part known as flower. We start with the gymnosperms. Gymnos means naked and sperma means seeds. Then there is a basic difference between the gymnosperms and angiosperms. In gymnosperms, the seeds are naked. They are easily visible. And in case of angiosperms, seeds are enclosed. Okay, both are seed bearing plants, but in gymnosperms, seeds are open, seeds are naked, in which the ovules are not enclosed by a ovary wall and they remain exposed before and after the fertilization. Seeds develop after the fertilization, which is not enclosed. Then they include the medium-sized trees, or tall trees and shrubs. Means both, all the types of plant, herbs, shrubs and trees, all are included in gymnosperms. The gymnosperm, in gymnosperm, the giant redwood plant known as sequoia, it is the tallest tree in gymnosperms. Look at here. It is the tallest gymnosperms. There are about the 70 genera and 1000 living species of gymnosperms in living world. In India, it is represented by 16 genera and 53 species. Most of the gymnosperms are evergreen, some are herbs and some are woody trees. These are the primitive group of flowering plants producing the naked seeds. Plant body, it is thalloid, it is sporophytic, it is differentiated into root, stem and leaves. Look at here. Underground part is known as root, the aerial part is known as stem and green part is known as leaves. The root system is taproot type. In some, roots form the symbiotic association with the other life forms. For example, coralloid roots of cycas show association with blue-green algae. Okay, these are the coralloid roots which are in association with, means which are in symbiotic association. Then roots of pinus, they show the association with endophytic fungi known as mycorrhiza. Look at here, these are the roots of pinus. They are in associated with the mycorrhizal short roots. Then the second character is stem. Here, coralloid roots. These are the coralloid roots of cycas. They are here. Look at the diagram. Cycas coralloid roots. They are in association with the blue-green algae, which helps in the nitrogen fixation. Then the second character is stem. Stems are unbranched, or in some cases they are branched. They are erect, aerial, solid and cylindrical. Secondary growth is seen in gymnosperm due to presence of cambium. In cycas, the stem is unbranched, Cycas is somewhat looks like the coconut plant. Same to same, but it is a short. Okay. In cycas, the stem is unbranched, while in conifers they are branched. Next character is leaves. Leaves are simple or compound. They are well adapted withstand extreme temperature, humidity and wind. There are two types of leaves. In gymnosperms, first is foliage leaves, which are green, simple, needle-like or pinnately compound. Whereas second type of leaves are known as scaly leaves. They are small, membranous and brown in color. Spores are produced by the microsporophyll in male and megasporophyll in female. Means reproduction takes place by the spore formation. In gymnosperms, means the gymnosperms are heterosporous. Heterosporous means they produces two different types of spores. The first one is known as microspore, which is male in nature, and another is megaspore, means which represented the female character. Some leaves are modified into sporophylls. They are compactly and spirally arranged along the axis to form the strobili or to form the cones. In pteridophyte, we have learned about this strobili, or which is known as a cone. Means in male plant it is known as male strobili. Look at here. This in cycas it is known as male strobili or male cone, and this one it is known as female strobili or female cone. These are the longitudinal section. First diagram is cycas male cone and second is male cone is longitudinal section, which encloses the microsporangium and it encloses the pollen grains. Second is female cone in longitudinal section. Here look at, there is a LS of ovule. Sporophylls bear sporangia, in which spores are produced, and sporophylls are of two types. Microsporophyll. Micro means here, micro means male and mega means female. Then what is meant by microsporophyll? Male spore bearing structure. It is known as microsporophylls. Phylls means any containing structure. Fill, getting. And megasporophyll means mega, here mega means female. Female spore containing structure, that is known as megasporophyll. The reproduction in gymnosperms, in our textbook it is not included. You have just refer it as a reference. Okay. Then the second group from the phanerogamy is known as angiosperms. These are also flowering plants. These are also seed bearing plants, but they are in which the seeds are enclosed within the ovary. Okay. There it is the largest group from the kingdom Plantae. They vary in size almost from the microscopic to huge tall tree like eucalyptus. They are divided into two classes. First one is dicotyledons and second is monocotyledons. Okay. Then in dicotyledon they have two cotyledons in their seeds. They having reticulate venation in leaves and they have tetramerous or pentamerous flowers. What do you mean by tetramerous? Having in a group of 4, either 4, 8, 12 like that. or 5 members like 5, 10, 15. Then in monocotyledonous, okay, just see here. Look at here. This type of venation is known as reticulate venation, in which a single midrib is there and it shows a network like structure. Okay, here look at here. The flower bears 4 petals. Then this one is a taproot system, which is a characteristic of dicotyledonous plant, and this one is a seed which shows 2 cotyledons in their seeds. This one is 5. This flower bears 5 petals, either 4 or 5. Then the second group is known as monocotyledon. They having only 1 cotyledon in their seed, and they have a parallel venation, and they possess the trimerous flowers with 3 structures. Here look at the here 3 petals are there, 3, 6, 9 like that. Okay, and this type of venation is known as parallel venation, which is a common in maize plant. This seed is monocotyledonous seed from the corn, from the maize. Okay, here look at here, the leaves are with parallel venation. Then reproduction takes place by the flower, which produces 2 gametes, male gamete and female gamete, with antheridium, with gynoecium and androecium. Here this is known as androecium, which bears stamens, which bears pollen grains, and this structure is known as gynoecium or carpel, which encloses ovule, and ovule encloses the egg cell. Okay, and after the fertilization they form the new individual. In our textbook, androecium and the reproductive part, it is not included in our syllabus. You may refer this PDF for the reference only. Okay, then the next part from our syllabus, that is plant life cycles, alternation of generation. In bryophytes we have learned about the alternation of generation, means there are 2 phases. First is haploid phase and second is diploid phase, which is altered by each other, means haploid is altered by diploid phase and diploid is altered by the haploid phase, means in between the 2 diploid phases there is a haploid phase, and this is known as alternation of generation. One generation is altered by each other, and this is known as alternation of generation. How it is followed? Look at here. In haplontic phase, means in haploid phase, in this, the sporophytic generation is represented only by the zygote. Zygote undergoes meiosis to form the haploid spores. They divide mitotically to form the gametophyte. The dominant photosynthetic phase, the free living gametophyte. Example is algae such as Volvox, Spirogyra and Chlamydomonas. Means in algae, here look at here, zygote, which is a diploid structure which undergoes meiosis to form the haploid spores. Means when these spores germinate, they develop a gametophyte which is always haploid. If it is haploid, then this phase is known as haplontic phase. Okay. Then next phase is diplontic, means when diploid sporophyte is dominant and photosynthetic independent phase. Gametophyte phase is represented by the single fused-celled haploid gametophyte. Here look at here, zygote which is diploid, it produces diploid sporophyte. In upper topic there is sporophyte which produces the haploid gametophyte, hence it is haplontic. Here it is a diplontic. Then the third event, haplodiplontic. It is the intermediate condition between the haplontic and diplontic. Both gametophyte and sporophyte are multicellular and often free living, but they have the different dominant phases. Example is bryophytes and pteridophytes. Look at here. Haplodiplontic means both are unequal. Here sporophyte is diploid and gametophyte is haploid. Okay. After the sporophyte, a meiosis takes place which forms the spores which produces haploid gametophytes, and after the gametogenesis they form the diploid sporophyte. Means on the basis of set of chromosomes, either they are haploid or diploid, and they possess the phases either haplontic, diplontic or haplodiplontic phases. Okay, here our chapter is over. You have refer all the PDF. I have given here entire Kingdom Plantae. It is enclosed in 91 pages in PDF form. Okay. Look at here, Kingdom Plantae. It also shows the systems of classification, which is in our second chapter, artificial system and natural system and phylogenetic system. You may refer this also, and from here our chapter is started. I just divided the video in smaller group as algae, bryophyta, pteridophyta, gymnosperms and angiosperms. Okay, but the PDF is a single PDF is there. Look at here, it starts with algae, then second bryophyta, pteridophyta, gymnosperms and angiosperms. Okay, here after chapter is over. What is your role now? Your role is you have to write all the notes from the PDF. Then you have solved the exercise from the textbook. Then we will take the exam on this topic. Okay, thank you.